I'm kind of doesn't get very good internet. So I'll try to make this part quick and turn the camera off. I just wanted to update you on those plants that I'm planting for hashtag WIG 2025. They're alive and well, growing nicely. And now I'm going to move back to the part of the house with better internet. All right. I know I'm walking backwards. I got this little light that attaches to your phone, so I'm getting used to it, and I keep looking at it for some reason. But as you all have probably heard, there's a big weather event coming to the south and east part of the country. If you are in that area, be prepared. For your self safety in your home, have your fuel and your wood, extra blankets, extra water, that sort of thing. Go shopping today because like last week we had snow all weekend, Saturday and Sunday, so there was no going out. And then Monday was mobbed because everybody was getting their supplies, and then kids were off from school. So on top of the normal amount of humans to go to supermarkets, there were also all the little ones underfoot. It was crazy town in all the stores. So definitely I am going to head out a little bit. Like, I already got stuff, but I'm gonna get extra stuff that I know in case the weather event extends past. I think we're gonna be in till Monday. So, and then Tuesday is still not the best, weather-wise. So I might not go out on Tuesday. So that's an extra length of time that I don't know if we're gonna have our supplies stocked up for. So I'm gonna stock up beforehand. Assuming there's gonna be anything left, people might be out there clearing the shelves now. What is there? Oh, as far as plants are concerned, like, I'm in a situation where I did get snow recently, so my ground is covered, plants are protected. But if you are in an area that has not had any weather recently, snow cover, then you will have to take some measures to cover your plants. I was just listening to somebody saying, you might want to wait for the event to happen and then cover your plants because the extra weight might be too much on them. So you'll have to make your own decision on that. Like, who wants to go out in my case, negative degree temperatures? We're like expecting teens and single digits, but the wind chill is in the negatives, and that's the part that's super dangerous. All right, so today I need to get a video out, and I haven't had a chance to, but I also am delinquent or just in time to pull some flower seeds that I'm gonna get in sowed, because between Crane at Cranery Gardens in Jersey, he's a zone 7. Nicole up in Flower Hill Farm, she's zone 4, upstate of me. Pennsylvania, she's also zone 7. But anyway, certain seeds you start. Hey, Nate Doggy, please, how are ya? Certain seeds, particularly flowers. Hey, the Sir Roman, you never put copper rods in your garden to improve growth? No, I never did. That's an extra expense I don't feel like I need to make. I'm not looking to improve growth that much. So those creators I was mentioning, they're primarily flower gardeners, so they know their flowers. And I have some flowers, a few packets that I want to get started. And certain flowers need the cold stratification or that super long period of growth. So I'm just going into my fridge and pulling out pretty much all. I'm going to pull out everything and then go through and sort which ones I need to plant now. Now these seeds I already planted and I didn't put them back because I'm delinquent. This I need to redo because this is giving me a problem. So Seeds Now I know is like a popular site for getting seeds, but I got these on sale. So I don't know if they were on sale because they're terrible germinators, but so far they've been terrible. So let me just grab the whole thing. So this fridge doesn't work very well. That's why I'm using it to store my seeds instead of food. It was an old fridge that was given to us. It's supposed to be a freezer, but it does not freeze beyond the bottom row. So the rest of it is still, you know, just, it's barely cold storage. But I guess it's good for seeds. Hey, Ro. Thanks for coming through. All right, I also have seeds in this box, primarily flowers. I think I separated out like the warm season flowers versus the cool season flowers, but I'm just gonna pull these out just in case I need to. In case I need them, because I misplaced or put them in the wrong spot. So I've run out of room. I have more of these, but I've run out of space to put them. So I kind of have some loosey-gooseys that I need to sort through. What do we got here? Hey, Ro, are you getting any weather? Is that weather going to hit you this weekend? I haven't looked at a map to see how far reaching this cold event is. All right, those are all my flower containers, I believe. I have sunflowers, but obviously sunflowers are summer plants, so we're not going to worry about that. All right, where am I going to put this camera? I don't typically do lives on my phone, and so I'm out of practice. All right, where do we start? This is the problem. This is why I wanted to do this specifically, because it gets overwhelming when you get to this point. And then if you're just thinking about how overwhelming it is, then you definitely get nothing done, which is where I was. But I needed to get a video out anyway, so I figure, yeah. They're calling for 6 to 10 inches between Saturday and Monday. Okay, yeah. Yep, -4 Friday. Yep, we're getting like -10s. I don't know what the snow load is going to be yet, but we still have snow on the ground, so that's no big deal. Except for the power lines. It will be a big deal if it's a heavy snow and sticks on the power lines. Which is the worst. If you have, no power and negative degrees outside, that's just disaster. All right. What am I doing first? I do want to get a piece of paper. All right, I found paper. Oh, there's the pencil. No, it's not a pencil, it's a pen. Anybody else having any snow event? Are you in the area? Sir Roman, Nate Doggies, please. Are you guys in this part of the country or the world, I don't even know, that will be getting the snow event? All right, I don't know where I put all my other papers. I cleaned the basement not too long ago, and I also was trying to be organized in a different way. So now I've moved those papers, which I want now. I'm gonna go look. Come on, flip. I'm gonna go get those papers that I, like my old calendars, to see what I started when, to help me plot out, you know, I could have started certain things earlier. Let's see. All right. So I like the whole calendar idea of plotting when I'm going to be planting things. And then I can just save them year over year, hopefully, and use that as my guide. So going back to the basement. All right, here we go. Now, I think I'm gonna do is just sitting down instead of standing, which is what it was gonna be beforehand. Good thing I'm wearing the nice pants today. All right. Ah! Nope, can't do that. That's too far. Okay. All right, I got my blank calendar. You can print this for free. This one comes from printacalendar.com. And there was a place I got, I don't remember what, wikicalendar.com, where it completely doesn't have the dates on it, which wasn't super helpful, but I guess the boxes were bigger. Maybe that's why I printed it that way last year. All right, this is July. I don't need that. I need January. So I have January 2025. More importantly, I want January 2024. Here we go. Now, flowers in particular are, you know, just something I throw in because they're pretty. They've never been something I specifically honed in on. But since it's still January and you can't really do the vegetables yet, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do the flowers and really make an effort to have nicer flowers. There's only a few seeds that I have and that I can grow at this time of year. Off the top of my head, there are sweet pea, snapdragons, and Lysianthus, which I don't have, but I think I'll get some for next year so I can grow them. But I do have snapdragons and sweet peas, and those I can definitely start now. Oh, and chia. I've always had no problems growing chia, but the maturity date is so long that by the time they start flowering, it's already like end of October, November. So, you know, a freeze comes fairly soon in that time, and I never get to the chia seeds, which is what I'm looking for. So chia, I'm going to start earlier this year than I've been doing, doing it earlier and earlier. And hopefully I can get some seeds in September. I still think I'm late because chia grows really fast and it's hard to keep them happy until they plant out in May. So the idea here is that I'm gonna plant less, not the flowers. Flowers are gonna be what they are. Plant less plants in general, and even if they get bigger, I still have room for them because I don't have a whole bunch of tiny little seedlings of everything else clogging up my space. So I will be planting less of most everything. All right, so in 2024, like I said, I mostly have regular, oh, you have Lysianthus, awesome. Yay. All right. So there are a few things also I could start, like herbs. No, I'm gonna wait a couple of weeks for the herbs. Although last year I had, let's see, sage, spearmint, not parsley. I delayed that. Lavender, thyme, rosemary, and oregano. Those were on my start early list. And then in 2005, yep, I carried that over. Lavender, oregano, the mint, the sage, the thyme, rosemary. Okay. So when I find those seeds, I will pull those out too. For the herbs and flowers. Well, is lavender an herb or a flower? I guess it's an herb. All right, so that appears to be, other than the actual flowers, which, like I said, I never really paid too much attention to, so I didn't journal them in the past. But they will be in the future rotation. All right, let me look into, just looking ahead, I don't see anything I need to be worrying about. Yeah, I can put this aside. 2000, April, May, June, July. Let's see, I have other notes here. So we're doing this now. Earlier, later. Okay, that's for later. And this is all vegetable related. Okay, or at least got our paperwork together. So today is the 22nd. Yes. We're not putting anything in the soil today, maybe tomorrow or Saturday, but we're picking seeds today. All right, let's start. Here we go. We got the first one already. We got our thyme. We can pull that out. Do I have? Yes, I have a couple of empties. Just so they're not just floating around on the table and possibly falling on the floor. I will use these empties. So I have, I already lost it. There it is. The thyme, check. Let me write that down. Yarrow, no. Zinnias, no. Okay, that's that. Ooh. All right, this is the A's, ABCs. Alyssum, borage, calendula, chamomile, cosmos, celosia, foxglove. Those can all wait. Hold on, wait a minute. Isn't foxglove one? Foxglove. Zones 4 through 8. Oh, and some of these flowers I could technically winter sow, like foxglove for sure, but I'm going to do that later. I'm specifically going to sow those three. Did I have 3 or 2? Those 2 flowers specifically indoors. These I will winter sow. So nothing in there. Got nasturtium, scabiosa. Here we go, snapdragons. Here are my snaps. Oh, wait a minute. This is the creeping thyme. That's not what I... What do I do with this? Okay, I'll plant it. The snaps I have are Giant Maximum Mix, which is just this little, the Defiance Red, and a Tall Maximum Blend. In this box we have Hollyhock, which I don't have problem. I mean, yeah, I don't have a problem with it. Just volunteering in my yard. Johnny Jump Ups. I just plunk this into the pot when it's less cold. Here we go. Lavender. Take that out. Marigold, 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 moonflower. All right. This is H. So the only lavender I have now is the English Tall Vera. I'm going to leave it out in case I can put something else in there. I'm really not a fan of these. Like, this is why seeds cost more, is because you're paying for the packaging and the labeling and all that. So when things are cheaper, you lose out on the information. So I know I've looked these up, but who's going to remember? I have lovage, sweet, woodruff, and lemongrass. These are herbs, obviously. I don't remember if I want to start them now or not. All right, I'm going to put those aside and look them up. All right, these seeds are loosey-goosey. These are like a bunch of different things. Some are summer stuff and some are winter stuff. Salvia. What do we do with that? I can start indoors. That seems like a quick one. So we're going to wait on that. So I'm going to organize as I go also. So salvia goes in here. The mimosa, or sensitive plant, it flowers very tiny, at least in the situation I had it in, which is just an indoor pot. But I guess, yeah, I'll put that in there. I have an amaranth hot biscuits. That's definitely a warm season one. So put that away. Lobelia. What's that one? So outside 1 to 2 weeks. So inside 8 to 10 weeks before last frost date. Is it? La, la, la. Okay, it's a zones 10 to 11, so it's a warm season. I would not winter sow this. What do I want to do with this? Does it say when it matures? Or flowers, not matures. No. I could wait on this one. So, lobelia. I know night scented stock is for later. Also my white cypress vine is for later. So put those away. You grew lemongrass last year. Didn't use it, so I'm probably going it again this year. Oh my God, that's exactly what I did. I put it in the pot and it grew, but then I didn't know what to do with it, so. But I have the seeds, so I'm going to use them up until they're gone, whether I use them or not. All right, let's see what else. Oh, Texas bluebonnet. That's a warm season. Warm season. That's a Lupinus texensis. Lupin. I believe. I mean, it says Texas, so that kind of tells you to wait till it's warmer. It's an annual. Doesn't say anything I'm looking for. Oh, the heater has kicked on, so you're going to be hearing the boiler, is that what it's called, for a bit. I'm in the wrong box. Thanks. SSST. All right, the rest of these packets, I believe, are just vegetables. Let me make sure. Asparagus, tomato, melon, basil, jicama. I have to start that early. This is new to me this year. That takes a long time. That's something I should be starting. Maybe I should do like one now. No, I'll wait till next week. I'll wait till February. Dang it. We're sticking to flowers, but jicama is a long time. So I'm gonna, and then roselle, hibiscus is okay. I can do that. I can do that later. Oh, bachelor button. Wait, so is roselle flower? Should that be in the flowers? Yeah. Bachelor buttons. When do those do? Alright, those are not too late. I mean, too early. And yeah, those are summery. I have another hollyhock in here. Beans, beans, tomato. Okay, I gotta put these away. Yeah. I'm gonna put these flowers back to where they belong. Hollyhock. So I have plenty of the darker, blackish, dark purple. There's some pinks out there. But I don't have, if I do, it's not very many. The white hollyhock. So I did get one of those. Oh, and hibiscus also goes in here. And the bachelor buttons. I got the dark, more dark purple and a lighter purple. Okay, now to this. Oh, I know this pile. This pile isn't anything interesting. This is like extras that I'm hoping to give away. I have a whole bunch of feverfew packets, or 3 extra feverfew packets, and a whole bunch of free lettuce seed packets. So those are for giving away. Excuse me. Now these specifically were stratifying, cold stratifying, because these I do in winter for my winter sowing. So this is bee balm, which I actually have a boatload of, so I don't think I'll be needing to sow this, so I should probably give this away because they not self-seed, they, spread themselves pretty easily in my yard. I think it's this one. It could be something else. I'll hold on to this for a little while. It's a perennial, so I have no doubt that it'll come back on its own. This is alyssum. So why is it that this alyssum is in the fridge but not that alyssum? Let me pull that. Because I think I should cold stratify that. Bells of Ireland had terrible germination as far as winter sowing was concerned. But I'll try it again. Again, these are for winter sowing. I'm not doing these now. Cleome did really well. I hope it self-seeds, but I really like the Cleome. Columbine, I don't think I did very well germinating. I already have a plant out there, so I'm going to try that again. The lavender hyssop. This is the one that's taking over my space, and I need to really whack it out of there. Here we go. Sweet peas, found them. So I did these winter sowing last year, and they did okay, but then they got eaten. No, well, both transplant shock and eaten. Hey Robin, how are ya? Hope your arm is getting there one day at a time. Yeah, so sweet peas I am going to do inside this year instead of winter sowing. So where is that container? Here it is. So I have yarrow. I'll do that winter sow. Carnation. I did not. This is new to me. Let's see. Ooh, that's a long one. I have to look that up. So let me put that in the looking up pile. Poppies. That's not too long. That's okay. Marshmallow and St. John's wort. That also takes a long time. That's new to me also. That could be, I think that could be winter sowed. Alright, so those are for winter sowing. show this pile. So these are the seeds that I've already got sowed upstairs. So I'm going to keep trying on the cardoon because I've had 0 success on that. I have to count the onions to see if I need to sow more. I hope they all came up, but you never know. All right, let's organize this container. But I think that's all the flowers then. Because these are vegetables for sure. Let me look at that again. So right. Okay, so I'm going to be pulling herbs. Good report yesterday. Bones knitting and starting PT next week. Very good. Awesome to hear. Alright, so we're looking for certain herbs. So that's the oregano, the mint, the sage, the thyme. No, I pulled the thyme. The rosemary. That's what we're looking for. Somewhere? Okay. And at the same time, putting some things away. So I got celery here I can put away. Let's see. See, I'm not that organized. So I have 3 containers of, seeds. So it's like, and it's not like alphabetical order. So I'm like, where did I put this seed now? Alright, I'll put it with the carrots. So carrots go in the front, and celery goes in the back. I thought I had another celery. Did I use that up? No, there it is. Alright, celery out of the way. Artichoke. That's easy. There's only 1 container of that. There it goes. Now, for some reason, I have amaranth in here. That should be in the flowers. But then there's the amaranths that are for leaves. So it's a little bit confusing. I'm gonna leave it. I don't have all day for this. Leeks. L, L, L. I don't have an L. I have F. Huh, where's the L? I don't have the L. I guess I'll just stick this in for now until I get the L. So you're gonna expect 5 to 8 inches in 48 hours. Tonight starting. Wow. We're not getting ours supposedly till like majority of Sunday and Monday. They did say it was going to be a slow moving thing, and that's why it was going to be so bad for everybody. Yeah. And it's not, the snow isn't it's bad. It's the wind chill that's the problem. Like negative temperatures is not pleasant anywhere. Oh, here's the L. It's got the lettuce. I feel like I have so much that's all that's in here, but now I have lemon balm and everything. Okay, that's where the leeks go. There we go. All sorted. And then just the O's for the onions. So I really have to think about the onions because you're not supposed to not hold for very long, the onions. Seed viability. But I don't need that many. I could give it away, but by the time I do that, locally, not like on email or anything. But by the time I do that, it'll be late in the season and nobody's growing onions. So what do you do with all the excess onions? Oh, I know, green onions. There's always that. But I have so much onions. I could do another round. Now, I have to count it. I have to count what germinated and then use up a little bit if necessary. I'm not gonna stress over it right now. Okay. Alright, I put those seeds away. Woohoo! What do we have? What do we have? I'm gonna use this empty one for these extras. Oh, I didn't look. I completely forgot to look for those seeds I was looking for. Alright, what do I need? Oregano. Let's go back to... I don't feel like oregano is going to be in here, but do I even have oregano seeds? Yes, I do. It's right here. Alright, oregano. Check. Next, mince. Mince. I think I ran out of mince. Do I have any mince? Like, obviously I wrote it down last year because I was doing it last year, but that doesn't mean there's any seeds left. So I don't think I have any mince left. What I really want is the chocolate mint, but it's so hard to come by. Or I'm always missing it. Oh, I'll make a note of that. Chocolate mint. Find chocolate mint. The spearmint and the peppermint is what I grew last year. Yeah, in a pot. I buried the pot in a little bit of ground and covered it up, hoping to overwinter it. Because it's mint, it's supposed to overwinter. But the prior year I had mints in pots and they did not overwinter, but I didn't bury them or anything, so they might have just frozen over. So I'm hoping that they survive this winter. We'll see. So I guess my mint was not on top of my list. Not really on top of most people's lists. All right, sage. Sage, where is this sage? There it is. I got broadleaf sage. Do I have another sage? No, okay. Sage. And I already have to open this again because I don't remember. I feel like I have a different thyme than the thyme that's in there. Oh yeah, there it is. Common English thyme. The creeping thyme is what's in there. Here you go. Common English thyme. Now it's got a note on it that says order ? Do we have enough seeds? Yes, we have enough seeds. All right. Good. Oh, that's it. Thyme and rosemary. I try to do rosemary from cuttings, but I really have poor luck with it. So I have here the rosemary. Do I have any more? I don't think so. Yeah. Okay, that's the rosemary. Why do I have turnip in here? Oh my gosh. Turnip in here. Oh, bigger pots, right. That makes sense. Your chocolate mint petered out on me last year. It's been growing faithfully for 3 years and decided not to come back last year. Yeah, I'd gotten a nice plant from Homer and they didn't like the transplant. They did not make it. So I was very sad. So for all the talk of mint, being invasive and all, it's really a diva in my experience. All right, so we have collected the seeds that we are thinking about putting in soon, mainly the flowers, but we have also herbs to consider for this week. All right, so just to go over it. I like to do this alphabetically. I'm going to do cardoon again because so far it's been a failure. I'm going to do the paper towel test so I'm not wasting, space in the tray. And then I don't have to worry about get dry, because I feel like that's what I did the second time around. I let the soil get dry. I like to do this in order, but I'm not having a very good luck with this. What is this? Oregano. All right, we got oregano. Yep, oregano. We have lavender, rosemary, and thyme, and sage. And then for the flowers are the snaps. Oh, the creeping thyme, that goes over there. The snaps, the sweet peas, and I'm gonna look up the carnation to see if that's something I should do something early with. And then I'm gonna look up I'm pretty sure I have time for these. I have to look them up anyway, eventually. So I have lemongrass, sweet woodruff, and lovage. Because lovage is like celery, and I already started my celery, so maybe I should put in my lovage. I know sweet woodruff is like a ground cover. Lemongrass, I've grown it, and that's fine. But I'm gonna look these up again to refresh my memory. All right, that is today's task done. I picked my seeds, I organized some seeds, I've got my calendar to write on, and I will also preempt for the next week or so to see what I'll be starting. But I'll do that, off site, or I'll take you along next week to do that. Reminders this Monday, if we have power and internet, I will be doing live with At Healing Means. It'll technically be on her channel. Yeah, but then like the whole collaboration button, I haven't figured it out exactly yet, other than you do it after the fact. We don't have paid subscriptions to StreamYard, so we can't multi-stream at the same time. So it will be on Healing Means channel. We will be covering zones and your first frost, last frost dates, and how they work hand in hand. All right, Robin says, with the snaps, I just spread a plop of compost and sprinkled the seeds outside on top. I've done that with limited success. Now, I just found out that snaps do like rich soil, so that could be why, and fluffy soil, so that could be why I failed, or had limited success. So I am, for the funsies, starting it indoors and then working on the soil when it can be worked on, which won't be for a while. I'm afraid. Where I want them in the ground works perfectly. All right. And I have plenty, so I can do both. So that's the beauty of it, I guess. All right, so live show on Monday. That would be 2 p.m. Eastern. And I know we butt heads with what channel? Potty Mouth? Yeah, in the UK. Tony Smith. Great channel. I love their stuff. They're a great group of people there with hopefully Audrey. Hopefully she's feeling better and she'll be on there. But right now it's the only time slot we have available with Healy's schedule. So we're going to try to pick a different date, a different time in the future. But for now, that's all we got. So we appreciate any replay watchers out there. What else? I think that's it. I have something fun for the following week. Well, it'll be fun for me. I don't know how fun it'll be for you. It might be kind of boring for you, but that will be something I'm looking forward to. And poppies. I have poppies, so I can just sprinkle those as well. I was thinking of over winter sowing the poppies. Have you done that? Let me see. Let me grab the poppies again and look at what the description says. Assuming I put it in the right container. Nope, probably not. Where did I put them? Because poppies are new to me, so I don't have any background on them yet. Now I don't know where I put them, of course. Poppies, where are you? Oh, come on, I had a whole bunch of them. Huh. Did I put them in this pile? I don't think so. Oh yeah, I did. All right, one of the poppies says it's 80 to 90 day germination, so I don't feel like I have to direct sow early spring, zones 3 to 7. Okay, I could just direct sow. Cold stratify. Okay, I could winter sow for sure. If not, just sprinkle them on the soil. Awesome. Yeah. All right. So this goes back in the fridge. And all that. So I think I covered everything. Yes, winter sowing works. Right where you want them. Sown right where you want them. Okay. I'm good. Thank you. Well, we'll see how they do. And then if I love them, then I might hit you up. All right. I am done with this task. Yeah, I think so. I never want to leave these lives. It's, nice to just yammer on. I don't know why, because I'm just talking to the screen. Not really, other than the few of you who are conversing with me. But I think I've run out of things to talk about. So watch our live if you can, when you can. Appreciate that. I'm well on my way to 1,000 subscribers. So this year, hopefully, I have 20 more to go. I should meet that goal. And then there's that pesky watch hours to worry about. So now I'm going to go on a tangent. But watch hours, that's hard to do unless you like constantly at it. Like, especially nowadays, you got to be on like every day, or you're going to be doing the shorts, or you got to have like, there's no virality in the gardening community, as far as I know, unless you grow something monstrous or something like that, or you come up with a hack that has never been hacked before. So yeah, I'm not optimistic as far as watch hours are concerned, but it's something I'm still working towards. So whenever it happens, it happens. But thank you all for joining in, and I appreciate any of you in the replay crew who catch me later. And check out the live on this coming Monday, the 26th, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, which is where Healy is in California. And then wherever that time is all over the world, I think it's 7-ish in the UK. All right. I'll talk to you all again soon. So I'll harvest more.